Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this Friday morning, wrapping up a good week of all kinds of good things going on. But first, before we get into all this stuff, let's talk about our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard, hard-working crew up there taking care of everyday comfort needs. And it's been a comfortable week. Had a little bit of rain. It's just been a good fall week, and I'm very thankful of that. High today's going to be 81, low 63. Water temperature at the end of the pier actually went up 1 degree to 74 degrees, but it's sort of bouncing around, so it'll be changing soon. Speaking of changing, guess what's happening this Sunday? That's right, time changes, and we'll be falling back. So remember that, falling back this Sunday, so set your clocks, and it's always entertaining. People still have trouble remembering that, some folks do, but it's sort of entertaining to watch people come in late for church sometimes. All right, now river reading is brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. We're looking at Apalachicola, Bluntstown, even 2 foot. And the Choctaw Caravelle is a 2.3. It dropped a little bit yesterday. Both of them got a little bit of a drop to it. Very low. Our rivers are really low, so be aware of that. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today in this segment brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. Our time is 8:16 or 10:16 this morning, and this evening from 8:59 to 10:59. I would say back in the old days, it'd be a good weekend to go floundering, but remember the season's closed now, so don't go there flounder gigging. But it would be a good time with the moon waxing like this, and the next week the full moon. So, but season's closed, so but it would be a good time. Our tide chart, like I said yesterday, we're getting into neap tides. Not good tide today. We're looking at a high tide this morning at 8:08 and low at 3:12 this afternoon. Not much tidal movement. Tomorrow is neap tides. There's not much going on. The wind will be a little bit out of the northeast at about 8, and we're looking at the situation with these neap tides this the next couple of days. But man, look at the chart for next week. Some really strong tides coming in next week. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's start with something really cool. This is almost spectacular footage of an eagle. My sister-in-law, Mary Hall Plunkett from Dothan, sent this down, and I don't know exactly where it takes place, somewhere around the coast, but I want to check this out. Let's see if we can get it going here. Okay, here's this eagle. All right, it picks up a stick, so obviously, and look, it's around cars and all, but obviously look at the photography on this. Okay, he's going to obviously build a nest, so it's a long process when they do this, so. Okay, but then it speeds up right there. And now look, what happens next is nothing short of amazing. He puts the other foot on it. It looks like those witches you see in movies. But isn't that amazing how they figured that out? And so look at the pine trees. So he knows here somewhere along the coast. I wish I knew exactly where it was. Flying. Okay, look at the palm trees, pines and palms and cedars. So what do you think? This could be anywhere here on the coast. And where does it go? Up there to that nest. And he starts pulling around. Is that not amazing? Okay, let's see if I can watch it. Let's see if I can watch it again, Jeff. One more time. It's only like 45 seconds. All right, picks up this twig or limb, drags it along, but we talking about photography. Whoever took this, and I'm not sure who it was. Okay, went out of focus right there, back in focus, and then he puts the other claw. Look at that. Puts the other claw on it, and then I know y'all were going to enjoy this. Again, the pine trees. And Gail and I have been seeing a lot of eagles up in North Bay the past month. And there it is. Boom. And got an nest going. All right, that's good. Okay. Thank you, Mayor Hall, for sharing that with us. And talking about eagles, what's really amazing to me, Gail actually hears, she can hear the eagles, of course, better than me, and she hears them out on the bay. And like I said, the past month or so, in pairs. And it's really been good. Okay, so let's get into our pictures. I knew y'all would enjoy that. Let me see. We got, I've been talking about planting different things and all here in the fall. And Carol Miller gave me some, is this not showing up, Jeff? Okay, let me try it again. Carol Miller gave me some blackberry bushes, and I love blackberry bushes, and so does my granddaughter Ashley. So I got them planted recently, so here they are. Nothing spectacular about this. I mean, the greens right there, sort of a little bit right of center. I planted a couple of plants. She gave me some good cuttings. Here's one here, okay, right there in the ground. And then one more, I planted this on the fence row. I love planting stuff like this on the fence row. This is sort of protected from getting mowed over. And thank you, Carol. It's still a great time of year to plant. And like I said, we love blackberries. And I remember when the kids were little, they'd go around and pick them. And over the years, you mow over them and different things, and you lose them. But I'm looking forward to this crop coming up next spring and summer. I got a couple other pictures. Speaking of doing green things, hi Winston. Steve Pitts here. My old green skiff is now my new green skiff. And this is what you do when you have an old boat and you don't want to get rid of it, and you put your greens in it. Good job, Steve, and thanks for sharing that with us. Okay. Ann Shaw up in the Funiac Springs. Remember I had the questions on the ducks the other day. Hey Winston, I got all 5 questions correct. Do I get a freshwater tackle box? So I text her back. I'm gonna give her some kind of prize. Might buy her a new truck or something. But good job, Ann Shaw. She says she doesn't fish a lot, but she enjoys watching the show. Speaking of fishing, the FWC now, this is part of our viewing area on the eastern end. They're going to have a public meeting on proposed changes to the striped bass regulations on the lower Ocklawahnee. So the meeting will be, okay, they just sent this out. And this is a picture of striped bass, a healthy bass and all. And let me see the actual meeting, let me see the date on it. Do y'all see the date? Okay, Thursday, November 17th. At the Joe Budd Field office there in Quincy, and it will be, I don't know if I can go to that or not. It'll be interesting to see what they're going to do, but a lot of times they have the agenda, and you can go online and get the agenda. So, okay, I'll be right back. Let me answer the phone. We'll take a break. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I've been struggling with the electronics this morning. Got all kind of cool things to show, and I wanted to. I'm switching back with my phone, and the actual is not going to pick up. So this is one of those. We have some of those mornings sometime. Okay, try it one more time. Levi Bubba Phillips sent me the coolest thing, and I'm not able to. I'm not going to pull it up. So let me go on with some other pictures. I'll try it later. Okay. What happens? You have two things that I'm signing in on, and we're not able to do that. So anyway, let's finish up on the pictures here. Talking about the public meeting. Okay, I wanted to talk about this, the Python challenge that we just had in the Everglades, and it was really cool what they were doing. And it's over with now, and we covered it in the years past. But anyway, here's the result from it. Champion snake hunter wins $10,000 by capturing 28 pythons. Okay, and here the guy's name, he won $10,000. Then a guy won $1,500 for the longest, which is 11 foot, which is not all that big compared to what they've done. And they got 231 in 10 days, and the snakes is one of a big effort they have. 1,000 participants have to get drawn from 32 states, Canada and Latvia, wherever that is, came down there. So That's interesting. But here's some pictures. Also, I got some pictures and past pictures. I pulled up some pictures to show you how big these things can get. Here, 3 body lengths right there. Here's one they got. Some students got from University of Florida down there. That's an 18-footer there. Here's the University of Florida researchers. This was back in July. That's 18-footer. And then here's one 18-footer again in 2021. That's the heaviest one ever. It weighed 215 pounds. So with pythons, you just don't play around. You don't play around with them much and all. Okay, I wanted to. We're talking about what's fun to me is how we're able to give things away on the show. I got a couple of notices here. Let me see. Right here. Okay. Before we get into it, you remember we had Crime Stoppers come on. Rusher also came on and did the show on buying tickets to the gun giveaway in the month of November. And last year we had 3 different viewers win. Well, I got a text on November the 1st. Check this out. Okay. From Phyllis Brookins. Hey coach, wanted to let you know that I won the first gun drawing today with Crime Stoppers. I bought my ticket from watching your show the day they were on. Thanks, Phyllis Brookins. And I was so excited about that. And I've always used this term, it pays to watch Panhandle Outdoors. And along the same time, check this out. I got this message from Sammy Soul. All right, look at this. You remember we had C&G on, Nathaniel, Nate Taylor. Remember that nice bow he had? And all you had to do was just go to Facebook and like the page. Well, Sammy's one of our loyal viewers. Mr. Chester, it pays to watch your show. Last week I saw the guy from C&G on there about the bow giveaway. Look who won it. Sammy won it. We're talking about what a nice bow that is. So good job, Sammy. And so just stay tuned. All kind of exciting things going on with us here. Okay. I want to also mention I'm going to have the First Baptist guys. Okay, go and put it in the calendar. We'll talk about it for next 2 weeks, November 17th, the Wild Game Dinner. I'm going to have, let's see, Steve Wilson's coming on and a couple of others coming on promoting this. So that's going to be next week. All right. Now, also, if you get a chance, anytime you get a chance to send me pictures, go ahead. This is interesting. One more thing I want to go over before we get to the giveaway. Remember I talked about in St. Joe Bay, they were going to do a big sea urchin roundup. Well, I followed it and finally got some results on it. So check this out. Recently, it was in September, and they finally got results in. They collected 7,500 urchins, the second most of any. Look at them. Okay, and they measured them all that. Boy, that's pretty scientific right there. So anyway, they got those 7,500, the second most of any roundup. Okay, last September they got 23,000. Anyway, so they moved them around. They say they're destroying the grass beds, and if they think that's true, and they feel like scientific research that says that, they're getting a restoration project, and they're going to start restoring the grass bed there in St. Joe Bay, which is really good. They said in the last sentence, they animals are released in deeper areas of the bay at a distance from grazed areas. So I always thought that was just really interesting information. That we talked about the sea urchin. How big is that mouth to do those to eat that much grass? And it's really interesting in doing it. So that's the second most they ever got. So next year we'll have a chance. I'd like to maybe go down there and video some of it and interview some of those folks and all. Okay, let's get ready for our drawing. Don't go anywhere. Okay, here it is for our weekly drawing from Tarpon Dock Seafood. All right, we're going to give away. First thing we're going to give away pays to watch Panhandle Outdoors. We got a lot of winners to watch Panhandle Outdoors. None of y'all are losers. We're all winners. $20 gift certificate is going to be from Clarksville, Marilyn McGeechee, up there in Clarksville. Got a good group of viewers up that way. And now let's look for the big red snapper. And remember, those red snapper weekends are coming up, next couple of weekends, in the Thanksgiving weekend. So check the calendar, and if you get a chance to go, it's a lot of fun. Fall fishing. We're in Panama City. We're looking at Marty Holmes. winning the big red snapper. Okay, we're gonna get up. Let's get set up for our famous Friday fishing forecast, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us. We're getting ready for a fishing report. People ask often about how big of an area did we cover. I've tried to set it up right here. This is basically the area that Fox 28 covers and Panhandle Outdoors covers right here on the western end over to Freeport and Funex Springs and up north up to Gracefield and then we don't get up in the Chattahoochee and Bainbridge up the top right hand corner or Quincy, but we do get on the bottom right Chase Hill, Forest, and Carabel. So that's our viewing area right in there, and it's just we're blessed to have a lot of y'all viewing, and we're thankful. All right, the fishing forecast. The first thing that hits me all week is I got a couple of reports again about the pompano catch is still going strong. We had Travis on, and you heard him yesterday or the day before yesterday talk about what a good run it's been from their viewpoint on checking people, and it's been a really good pompano run. They're still catching them this week. And a lot of times they'll catch them strong on through Thanksgiving. Surf fishing has been fairly strong. Redfish, if you concentrate on just catching redfish with a particular bait, any kind of live bait or cut bait is best on redfish. It's a different technique than pompano fishing. So you can set up one rod for redfish and one or two rods for pompano. So that works out good. Let me say this about freshwater again. It's the same thing I've mentioned all week about the river's low, the creeks are low. They're concentrated in an area. We're going to have some good situations where I won't get Bill to come on the show talking about their catfishing trip at Howard Creek, and you saw the video where Bill Shields actually caught a little stingray there. And that shows when the water gets that low, those fish and all kind of fish species can go up there. Also, be careful on boat ramps on low water. So that's the things I have written down for low water. Choctawhatchee Bay has been some good fish caught off Choctawhatchee Bay. It's been a good run as far as redfish. It's been a good fall of redfish around the bridges there, and also down toward the pass. Someone was asking me this week about going redfishing. A young man, I say young, he's in his 50s. And he'd never been that excited about fishing because he'd been so busy working and doing things with family and all. But just recently, he's got all excited about fishing. He's called me up and want to know about this and that, redfish and trout and red snapper. I said, concentrate right now on your redfish and trout. And he said, what's the go-to? I said, the go-to bait, make sure, never go out on the water without a gold spoon. I said, all kinds of things, like Paul Brown and badonkadonks and skittlewalks and those kind of things. But I said, always throw a gold spoon sometime during the outing and all. So remember that. Always have that gold spoon with you. Getting on report, St. Joe Bay's been really good. The seawall, I want to, the seawall down here, here it is right here. First of all, Highland View, that's always a good area at Highland View, always activity there. But the seawall I'm talking about is coming right in here, right here. Okay. That right there, that's where a lot of big boats will come all through here. That's a deep natural channel over the years, and all kind of fish have been caught. We have caught tarpon. I saw some really big bull reds caught this week. Okay, and that's public right there. That area right there is public, and it's a good area. It's sort of a local, pretty well. I won't say a local secret, but locals like to fish there. But that is some good deep water, and you want to catch some bull reds and all. That's going to be a good place to do it. But and also the trout bite, we're talking to guys down there, has been back up here and backside the bay. Again, Town Beach in this area right through here on the St. Joe Bay reading. The bridge fishing, the drum fishing has been good. Again, it's been good all summer. Fall bridge fishing is always good. Okay, also I want to mention if you're the west end of the beach area, we're talking about surf fishing for pompano, going back to that, the west end of the beach area, that's where a lot of folks are going. I saw where some folks were caught a nice mess of a pompano again, but it was on the west end. So folks over in South Walton, you're in an excellent situation now. The crowds are not as bad as they were. You can really do some serious surf fishing in the month of November, because now the week of Thanksgiving is going to get crowded, but now this week and next couple of weeks there's going to be some excellent fishing. Okay, let's get to the St. Andrew Bay system. I haven't mentioned it. East Bay, I've talked to some folks who've done real well over in East Bay, right in here. Okay, the Sandy Creek area, I haven't mentioned that in a month or so, but Sandy Creek is going to be good. The creek's low, and then going over Callaway, coming out of Callaway Bayou, all on the northern shore right through here. As I go along here, the northern shore of East Bay is all good, and then if you're coming on out to this area right in here on the Tyndall side, right here in the center of the page, that southern shore right up in here, that's good fishing in there. And then coming on out, remember the flounder all headed out, but you can't go gigging them, okay? The flounder all headed out now, but you still can do some good fishing all through this area. A lot of times I find myself when I review what I've gone over on Fridays, a lot of times I go back to some of the same areas like the pass here because so much activity. And so the big thing now, we're sort of in the surf fishing and all, it's sort of closing out as far as, it's still good, but it's sort of in this transition period is getting ready to do some winter fishing. And for winter fishing to be good, we need to have those cold fronts to drop the temperature. And we're going to start seeing that. But a lot of times it's after Christmas when we see it. So in November, December, fishing is that transition period. Bass fishing, getting freshwater real quick. Bass fishing done real well. The bass fishermen have the brim fishing was a little bit off this week, but a couple of nice tournaments and Tuesday night and Thursday night tournaments have done well. Got to wrap it up. It's been a good week here on Panhandle Outdoors. Had some good guests and some good video. And we always want you to know how much we appreciate you watching our show. And always try to find something today good to do for someone else. You have a great weekend. Enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.